You're on CYInterview.
This is Christian Nick, and you're on CYInterview.com, where we have brought you over 1,000 of the biggest and brightest names in news, sports, and entertainment. Imagine having a career for more than 50 years. Well, that's something that Mary Wilson can stake claim to. The founding member of arguably the greatest female group of all time, the Supremes, is still traveling the world with her solo act. She's still involved in numerous causes and still would like to see a reunion of her and Diana Ross in an original Supremes tour, something that was not able to be accomplished 9 years ago. Miss Wilson is very happy with her life right now and is looking forward to what's in the future, but it's obvious that she's still very excited about everything going forward, even being in the business now at 65 years old.
How have you been in recent years? What has been new?
Well, I'm doing very well, actually, and kind of traveling around the world, doing that. I'm recording as well, so that's something that I'm very happy to say. Hopefully I'll have something out on the airwaves very soon.
Well, I know that you're going to have a new album hopefully out sometime this year, and we'll talk about that in a few. But I have to say, as you mentioned, you still perform all over the world. You are involved in numerous causes. You always have other projects going on. What is it that keeps you going today during this solo career?
Well, hey, I enjoy doing what I'm doing. When I met Florence and Diane, it was one of those things that I knew that I wanted to do this for the rest of my life. So I don't have a problem, still doing this. I'm very blessed to still be able to do it.
But so many performers come and go, let one thing or another tear them down. They have demons, but you're still here. You're active after more than 40 years. So many would say, how have you done it? What was the key?
Yeah, it's definitely different. I'm proud of that fact. Well, no, I think that may be the difference in people continuing on and people stopping is that it depends on what you want for yourself. I enjoy being on stage. So since I enjoy being on stage and doing all the things that go along with being a performer, I don't have a problem with trying to find something else to do because I was talking to someone else and I was saying that this type of a job, being an entertainer, actually leads you to other different avenues. I mean, so that even though I get on stage and I sing every night, but I'm also doing other type of activities that are still entertaining. So, I mean, I'm here because this is what I like to do. I mean, some people might just want to try to be on top of the charts, and if they don't do that, then they're unhappy, and they maybe go and try to get out of it and do something different. Well, I'm not really trying to be a recording star anymore. I've kind of done that. We've had 12 number one records and all that. So my thing is about the entertaining.
To you, it's more about the work today than it is about being the success. Obviously, the success would be wonderful. The relevance would still be wonderful to you, and obviously, you still want people to talk about you. But my question is, now moving forward, you're going to have a new soul album out sometime this year, hopefully. So, what can we expect from it?
Well, the actual CD is an original composition of I think about maybe 10 songs, and they are songs that were written with me and my life in mind. The writers were privy to my diaries, so they saw many of my thoughts. I told them what I wanted to sing about. I told them, just my feelings about life. They know me. So we were able, and they were able to make compositions that were about what I believe. So it's all about what's really going on now in the world, and what I feel about life, love, and pursuit of happiness, I guess you could say. And so the songs would be that. But they are not geared towards, say, the younger set generation as much as they are geared toward people from my generation. So I'm not trying to compete with those who are on the charts. As I was saying, I'm not trying to do that. Heck, if one goes, number one, that's even better. But I mean, that's not that's not what I'm really after.
Well, I would assume now, being in your mid-60s, that you've accomplished the things that you wanted to accomplish. You've had all the success. You don't need anyone to tell you anymore that that you're an award winner or any of that, because you are. But with that being said, what have you learned? What is the most important thing you've learned about yourself, in these 65 years?
About my life?
About your life, the experiences, everything. Sure.
Well, I've learned a lot, so that would take a whole nother show.
Okay, how about the most important thing to you, to yourself?
Yeah. In fact, basically what we've been speaking about, why I'm still in the business, what makes me happy. I've learned that that's very important for people to really try to do or be, to do what makes them happy. It's not about trying to become something that you don't want or just working. I think what I've learned is that life is about doing what you want.
Calling it your own.
Yeah, you can say that if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
When you get a little older, you realize that you don't have to try to keep up with everyone else. You don't try to be what someone else wants you to be. You really need to see what you want to be, and I think that's kind of what I'm expressing and what I found.
When it comes to numerous social causes you've been involved in, I have to say you seem to be everywhere. You seem to be involved in so many different things. What is it that inspires you to be out there so much, making a difference?
Well, I again, I've had a long time to be a part of a successful group and get the awards and things of that. So that's been really rewarding. And then I decided that, life is more than about accumulating awards. It's about perhaps, being there for other people as well. So that's probably what keeps me involved in different causes.
So when it comes to the Supremes, was there ever a moment for you, looking back on all of that, where you knew you were part of something that would forever change society and would be as historic as it has been?
I don't think I was thinking of it in that particular way. However, I can say for sure that when we were doing certain things at a certain time, especially in the 60s, it was very clear that we were involved in something that was very significant. That it would last for so many years, I don't know if we thought about that as much, because when you're young, as I've said many times, you don't really, really think about time, and getting old. I thought getting old was you become a different, you have to be reborn. So, but yeah, I think there was something within us knowing that we were definitely doing something very, very, very special.
So what does it mean to you when somebody comes up to you and talks about something that happened maybe in the 60s or the 70s, for example? What does it mean to you when someone says, oh, I remember that hit, I used to listen to it all the time, I used to have the record, I used to have this or that? What does it mean to you?
Well, it means a lot, actually. It means an awful lot, because now, looking back, it's very obvious that the music, the lifestyle, what we did really touched a lot of lives. So, yeah, now when people say that, I really, really appreciate it, probably even more now than I did then. So, yes, it's always very gratifying to hear that. Sometimes I hear things that are negative against me, against Diane, against the whole thing, against Motown, whatever. And, that really sometimes pisses me off because, I look at all the wonderful things I think that we did accomplish as a group. And so those things are hurtful, too, and they happen.
Well, I'm sure there were many disagreements, many conflicts as the years went on, and, we'll talk about a few of those later. But, you know what? You would say to yourself, all musical groups have conflicts. All record labels have conflicts with their talents. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Oh, sure. I mean, I have a lot of friends who, have been in the business as long as us, or almost as long. Some of the girl groups, and we talk all of the time. I mean, we're always talking. And, they tell me about some of their problems, and when I hear this, I realize that everybody has problems. It's just how you get through them and move on. So, yeah, it's not unique to us at all.
Yeah, I think many people would be wondering, how would you describe your relationship with Diana Ross today?
Well, it's not like I would want it to be, but it's better than most people think. We still really love each other. I mean, no matter what you guys think, we love each other very much. So that's I think it definitely could be better. But I mean, I think other people need to look at their lives and see the people that they, maybe are not as close to as they should be, and leave us alone. Let us handle our own situation, because many times it makes it worse.
All people who have good friendships are going to have scuffles with those people. People who have been together for 30 years have differences and troubles. Everybody has trials and tribulations. So, with that being said, I'm sure you get asked this a ton by so many people, but do you ever think there would be a possibility that there would ever be a true reunion tour of the Supremes, where you and Diana Ross could put everything aside and make that happen?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but I can say that I certainly would like it to happen. So that's, but it does take all of us to want that.
At the end of June, you're going to be over in the UK on a once-in-a-lifetime Motowns Legend Tour. So what is that going to be like, getting back together with all these people after, 40-something years?
Well, again, this is kind of like one of those questions you just asked. It's really nice to be able to be back with people that you grew up with, and that are kind of like family, and I don't get a chance to see all these people all that time. So this is a wonderful opportunity as well. I cannot wait for the tour, because I'll be on there with the Commodores, Martha Vandellas, and my friend Bobby Rogers with the Miracles, so it's going to be fun. And the people there, I've just spoken to the promoter over there. He said they are so excited in England that that we have this tour. We're playing at Wembley in London. We're doing all the big arenas there in England, in various cities. So we're all very excited about it.
To me, the fact is that you've had all this acclaim and all the success, as you say, for 50 years. But, so many people, either develop an ego, either have arrogance, but you just seem to be so humble. You seem to still be excited to be involved in the scene. So my question is, where do you get it from?
I guess I was just blessed to be able to do what I want to do in life. When I say do, have the type of career and the type of life that I want. And I think that if everybody were doing something that they enjoy, we'd all be happier. Sometimes you can't do that. I know I've been in that situation where, I was in a great group. There are things that you have to do that, don't make you so happy. It might be good for the whole, but it's like, well, I'd rather be doing this. So, it's really great for me, especially when I look back and I see, well, wow, I'm still doing what I want to do, performing on stage for people. So, maybe that's it. I don't know. But also, I guess I was just born this way too. What can I say?
Going forward, as you say, I don't care about being a #1 hit anymore. I don't care if I make the charts. I don't care if I win a Grammy. Those things would be nice, but they're not important at this point. What do you hope to bring to the table with your music and what you're performing for, I guess you could say the rest of your life? We don't know how long the rest of your life is, but, hopefully a long time. I think I would like, I'm still in this because of whatever God-given talent I have. That's my gift to the world. So, obviously, to record and have something that expresses that gift is my joy and is my desire. And I would like to bring, more years of happiness to people. If they are down or depressed, I want them to be able to, I put on Sade and I put on Luther and I put on Nancy Wilson, so I want people to put on Mary Wilson, to help them through the day, to give them some happiness, give them a moment of
relaxation, whatever is needed, and we receive the music. I certainly receive that when I listen to various people. So I want, that's my desire, that people will have the same thing when they hear Mary Wilson up to date.
Mary Wilson, thanks so much for your time today.
Okay, thanks.
For CYInterview.com, I'm Chris Shandek.